was a good night. It's always good to get your first one at home in front of a great crowd. So once again, I'll probably say this often, we're so grateful for our fans and Hoosier Nation that comes out to support us and create such a great environment. I think for both teams. I get a lot of compliments on the energy in the building, and it has a lot to do with the people inside of it. And so we're really grateful for our fans. Again, I thought we got off to a fast start, which we wanted to. I thought our defense was slow at first, but then it started to pick up. And it was just, I guess us just challenging our group to really, sit down and guard the ball better. I thought that happened. I thought Yarden was special in the first half, just with her playmaking and really just sharing the ball. I thought Lexi came in and gave us great minutes. I thought Bo came in, and made some really nice plays as well. Mac was once again really good in low minutes, and so that's exciting for us. We can manage her minutes, as you guys know what we're trying to do. You look at the stat sheet. There's not a lot that you can pick at. Certainly, the one thing I'm going to pick at is the free throws. And as I said to them, when they congratulated me on my 400th win, I said, so we get to shoot 400 free throws tomorrow. So that's what they get.
Questions for Coach? Yeah, Lexus said you didn't even talk about how this was your 400th win today. What are your emotions like with this milestone?
Well, I just found out yesterday that I was that close on our other media call. So stuff that I don't pay attention to. It's the only focus I had was this being our opener and it being Eastern Illinois and us getting off to a good start. But also, I was very, very disappointed with the way we've been defending and guarding. That, like you said, that happened against Northwood, but it's also been happening early inside of practice when we play our scout guys, when we had our close scrimmage. Really, really just had to emphasize the last probably 8 or 9 days and just remind them how much better we have to be on that side of the ball. So really that was my focus. But again, it's great. The milestone. Hopefully there's more in the future, and it just I think reminds me of all the great stops that I've been at and all the great players and that I've had the opportunity to coach, and certainly my staff is always instrumental in helping with every one of those. And so it's not possible without both of those people. And so I'm glad I could do it, and I'm glad, I appreciate that our team got me to the finish line tonight, and now we can move forward and look forward to playing a really, really good Stanford team.
Coach, Yarden was just in here, and obviously she played really well tonight. At the end of her talking to us, she showed us a wristband she was wearing tonight,
right,
with the Israeli hostages, and just obviously you've talked before about how she kind of feels practice is kind of an escape for
Sure.
her and a way to kind of block it out, but that's got to be really hard with everything going on. Just how much have you seen her kind of been able to compartmentalize everything that's been happening,
That's
and
exactly.
how has she been able to improve as a player while all that's going on?
She's, I can't overstate it. She's such a special person, in the fact that sometimes we forget that she's young, right? I would forget a lot last year that she's just a freshman. And then, you keep thinking that she's just a sophomore and she's out here making big time plays the way she did tonight, and just how she handled herself. But what's more impressive and most impressive is how she handles herself off the floor, just the maturity that she has. She is, caught up with especially paying attention to the news and what's going on. And it's hard. It's easy for me to say, don't stay up and watch the news, but it's so hard for her because she is obviously worried. She's worried about her family, her sister, her brother, and certainly all of her friends that are over there. And so our charge has just been to support her in every way we can. And I do think she feels super supported, not just by her teammates and our staff, but also by Scott and Maddie and the entire university. And I think that's what we wanted to, make sure we were providing her with, was love and support. None of us can put ourselves in her shoes, but what we can do is continue to remind her that, we're here for her. And the great thing about Ruthie, her mother, is that she does stay in contact. So I know Yarden speaks with them all the time, but, she sends us an email about once a week telling us how things are and making sure that Yarden is in a good place. So, but she's super impressive. There's no question in terms of how she's been handling this.
Terry, at risk of asking a stupid question, watching Mackenzie Holmes tonight, the thought occurred to me: has she faced a trap that she's never seen before? Because it seems like no matter they trapped on the catch and they may have changed their angle of attack a few times, but immediately it was like, boom, nope, I know how to beat this.
Well, it's not a dumb question. It's something that we know that, is coming, and it's something that we rep every day, and whether it's coming from the high side, whether it's coming from the low side, we're really lucky because we have a great male practice squad that, they're athletic, they're physical, they're quick, and we put her in scenarios every day, regardless of what we're running. We call it pounding the post. The ball's going to go inside to Mac, and then she's going to get a double from somewhere on the floor. It's not always the same person, and so we've tried to be creative in creating just some different kind of scenarios that Mac has to be able to read out of. We have to do a better job of cutting away from the ball, and that's usually the person that is going to double. That's the guy that you want to cut backside. We're still trying to get better at recognizing that because sometimes we're guilty of just standing and watching Mackenzie. I think she would tell you it's reps that she takes every single day. She knows the double's coming. I always remind her that that's a compliment, that they think that much about you and her play. Tonight I thought that, she hesitated a little bit when it was single coverage, and so I think she needs to figure out there's still room for her to improve of realizing that sometimes the double can be late, and when that happens, she has to make a quicker decision. And so we will keep playing cat and mouse with her inside of all of our practices because she's going to, and she warrants a double because of her skill set.
Based on what you were saying about the defensively, so is the thing that that stands out for you this one maybe is that 7-minute stretch where you held them without a field goal in the third quarter? Is that something that, despite all the impressive numbers, performances, that's what you liked maybe the most?
Yeah, the thing that I'm disappointed with is that, there was, I think it was about a little over 4 minutes to go, and I think they had 32 points, and so I gave them a new defensive goal. The defensive goal today overall was to keep them under 60, and we were clearly, going to achieve that. And so that second crew that I had in, I changed the defensive goal to hold them to 42 instead, and so we missed it by the one, late bucket. And but other than that, I thought, we got better as the game went on. It seemed like, we were trading baskets there for the first couple minutes of the game. And then, Sarah picked up her second foul. We put Lexi. The great thing about Lexi is that she can come in and she can change the rhythm of the game because she's going to pick you up full court. She's going to, provide ball pressure. And then she's a great athlete in the half court as well, being able to keep people in front of her. And so I thought, when Sarah had to come to the bench, we got to make sure that Sarah continues to improve on that side of the ball, and she knows that. She was disappointed in not only just fouling, but, just giving up some direct drives to the bucket as well. But I thought that we started, trying to figure some things out. I thought our intensity picked up as well. As the game went on, and that was good to see.
When did you hand down the modified call?
The what?
The modified call.
Yeah, it was about 4, that was the last time out, so what, the media timeout, so whatever that was on the clock, 4 something, yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's with, that crew that was in, I said, this is the deal, you got about 4 minutes, it was a little over 4 minutes, to not give up 10 points, So, they did a decent job, we put them at the free throw line, I think the kid, got to had an and one maybe, or got to the free throw line, and and I thought Ariel came in and she provided some good minutes for us. We're going to need Ariel. We're going to need her at some point. That big body to come in and give us good minutes. And so we're trying to get her a little bit more time right now.
Teri, when you look at this Stanford team you have coming up on Sunday, they're one of the tallest front courts in the country. How do you prepare to go against size like that?
Well, again, I've watched a little bit of them. I haven't, really started. I'll start that tonight. But, I think you don't change who we are. We got to really try to get out in transition. You got to take advantage of being able to shoot the ball outside the arc and hope that you're having a good shooting night. We still obviously have a tremendous amount of confidence in Mackenzie because she is going to still continue to draw a lot of coverage. But I think for us, it's not going to really be about Cameron Brink and the Mackenzie Holmes matchup. It's going to be about the matchups of the other 4 there on the floor. I think, we did this a year ago when we went into Tennessee. You got to make sure you go in with a tremendous amount of confidence, and that's how we played down there. And so I think our kids are looking at it as a great challenge, and I think their experience will help us, once we get over there.
Teri, you've done this for a long time, so I don't presume that you'd be nervous on opening day particularly, but how did you spend today, and was it at all different than any other time during the season because it's the first game?
Yeah, no. I do the same thing every day. Come in and I do my notes early in the morning. And then I always have a workout with my staff. Not all of them. I still can't get Rhett Wearspa to join me, and Linda, and now Amber's following suit with the other 2. But Liz and myself and Bree and my GAs, we get on the Versa and do a Versa workout, before, and then we go into shoot around, and we spend time with our players, and none of that really changes for me. I'm sort of a creature of habit. I want this, to do the same thing on game day that I normally do, and being in my element is what gives me the most peace. So, it's a normal day.
Coach, I know that Juliana had 5 rebounds and an assist tonight. She was the only one not to score. What do you tell her? She's the only one not to score, but I know that her time is probably coming soon. Yeah,
she made a championship play. She took a charge there at the end of the game, and those are the things that, again, and I don't know that this would be accurate with Juliana, but often, the young kids, they, sometimes the scoring piece of it is sort of where they find their worth, right? That they got to score the ball in order to have an impact on the game. And Jules is going to quickly learn that she can have an impact on the game other ways: rebounding, rotating, taking charges, sitting down, being in a great stance, just guarding. Taking care of the ball, and so those are the things that we'll continue to teach she and Bo and all of them. That there's so many things you can do inside of a game, whether you score or not, that you can impact it. And so those are sort of the lessons she's going to learn while being here at Indiana.
Coach, with Lexus scoring 15 and you mentioning the importance of Ariel, what does a second half like tonight's second half do for this unit?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's given them great confidence. And let's not forget Henna. Henna is, and I said this early, earlier in one of our opportunities to talk about our team. I thought Lexi's had a great summer. Lily, has changed her body, put on good weight. And then, I think Henna has just continued to get better. She went home to Finland in the summer and played with her national team, but she's come back. Has really worked hard with Amber on the floor outside of practice, and I think she's just right before our eyes is gaining a lot of confidence, and so we need her. I thought she did a great job defensively, and again, if she scores a few buckets, that's great, but what she gives us is a sturdy defender. She's strong, she understands angles, she understands what our strategy, what we're trying to do and take away when we're game planning and prepping. She's smart, and so that's what you want. They need to get real experience, and you remind them when you're in timeouts, like, you're not playing the scoreboard. We're playing. These are minutes. These are really, really important minutes that you guys are getting right now. And so, the encouragement is to take advantage of these minutes. And I thought that we had some moments, but I thought for the most part they didn't handle themselves well against Northwood. I thought they handled themselves better tonight in the second half.
Hi, Teri.
Hi.
Even though you might have not been as focused on sort of the landmark of 400 wins, did any of your assistants or family bring it to your attention? And
No.
Not
Not
at all.
really. No, they know better, right? I mean, we don't talk about that. So it's Eastern Illinois was the focus, and like I said, I didn't know until yesterday that that's where we were at. So those are not things that I focus on.
To go off of that, does the 400 wins mean anything to you, and what was the congratulations like from the players after the game?
Well, they're always excited. The kids are. I think one of the things we try to be is each other's biggest cheerleaders. And so, I was excited for them tonight that, I got to sit over there and watch them. And again, it's always special when you can do it with, a group that you feel close to, and they're great kids. And so, again, I hope there's more, down the road. I hope this is just one of the things that we can check off and move forward. But we got a long season ahead of us, and right now all I'm thinking about is how I can help this group get ready for a really good Stanford team.